Welcome to our final module in Section 1. Now that we've explored the foundations of trading psychology, it's time to focus on you specifically, your unique psychological tendencies as a trader. Every trader has distinct psychological patterns and vulnerabilities. While the patterns we'll discuss throughout this course affect virtually all traders to some degree, their specific manifestations and relative impact vary significantly from person to person. Understanding your personal trading psychology profile is crucial for effective development. It helps you prioritize which areas require immediate attention and which might be less critical for your particular situation. This targeted approach is far more efficient than generic development efforts that might address patterns that aren't significantly impacting your trading. Let's explore some of the key dimensions of your trading psychology profile. First, consider your pattern vulnerability profile. Which of the 8 psychological patterns we've introduced tend to affect you most strongly? Do you struggle primarily with loss aversion, making it difficult to exit losing trades? Or is revenge trading your main challenge, driving you to take impulsive trades after losses? Perhaps risk threshold shifting is your key vulnerability, causing your position sizing to expand during drawdowns. Second, examine your emotional response patterns. How do you typically react to losses? Do you experience intense but short-lived emotions, or more moderate but persistent reactions? Do your emotional responses tend to accelerate with sequential losses, or do you maintain relatively stable emotional states regardless of outcomes? Third, consider your decision consistency profile. Under what conditions does your decision quality deteriorate most significantly? Is it during high volatility market periods, after experiencing losses, when trading larger position sizes, or perhaps during specific market conditions? Fourth, reflect on your recovery patterns. How quickly do you typically return to baseline psychological functioning after challenging trading experiences? What factors seem to accelerate or delay your recovery process? Are there specific practices you found particularly helpful for psychological reset? To help you develop a more structured understanding of your trading psychology profile, I recommend completing a comprehensive self-assessment. This assessment should evaluate your vulnerability to each of the major psychological patterns we'll be discussing throughout this course. For each pattern, rate how frequently it affects your trading on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being rarely or never, and 5 being always or almost always. Be completely honest in your responses. This assessment is for your personal development, not external judgment. Accuracy will help you target the psychological patterns most affecting your trading performance. After completing this assessment, identify the 2 to 3 patterns with the highest scores. These represent your primary psychological vulnerabilities, the patterns most likely to be undermining your trading results. While we'll explore all 8 patterns throughout this course, you'll want to pay particular attention to the modules addressing your high-scoring areas. Remember that having psychological vulnerabilities doesn't mean you're a poor trader, or that you lack what it takes to succeed. These patterns affect all traders to varying degrees. The difference between struggling traders and successful ones isn't the absence of these patterns, but the capacity to recognize and manage them effectively. Throughout the remainder of this course, we'll explore each of these psychological patterns in detail, providing specific strategies for recognition and management. As we progress, continue refining your understanding of your personal trading psychology profile. This self-knowledge will become an increasingly valuable asset in your trading development. In our next section, we'll begin exploring the key psychological patterns in detail, starting with loss aversion, the tendency to feel losses more intensely than equivalent gains. This fundamental pattern often underlies many other psychological challenges in trading. See you there.